Hi, this is Steph with Belladonna Dyes, and today we're going to make a powder pink single color ice dye for the Dharma Dye Swatches playlist. This shirt's going to be a spiral, so decide where you want the center of your spiral to be and give it a little pinch. And then I'm using the microwave splatter guard that I got off of Amazon, and I have a link for it down below in the description box, along with everything else that I use for tie-dye, so check that out. And then you click your hemostat down on the first click. It doesn't need to be overly tight. You don't want to tear a hole in your shirt. And then just get your spiral started. With your opposite hand, you're going to create the pleats and actually make the spiral. Once you've gone as far as you can using the splatter guard, it's time to unclamp the hemostat and hold down the center of the spiral while you gently wiggle the hemostat out. And then for my spirals, I prefer to secure them by using rubber bands, but you could also use kite string. It really is just a matter of preference. Once I get my rubber bands on the shirt, I like to create a nice tight spiral. So I tuck all the loose ends into the nearest rubber band, and I will go around and around the shirt until I can't pull it any tighter. Next, you need to build yourself some type of an ice barrier, and these are silicone cake molds, and I have several links down below of different size packages that you can order off of Amazon. They're a little bit bigger than the spiral, so I'm just using a paper clip to hold it shut. Now it's time for the fun part. We get to add the dye. And for powder pink, I'm going to go a little bit heavy-handed. I want to make sure that I get some saturation. It has been my experience that it's one of those colors that can also sort of vanish during ice dyeing. And this shirt is on a very slight incline. You see that little piece of PVC pipe down in there? I think that's maybe a 2-inch diameter. It could be smaller than that. So it's propping one end of the rack up just ever so slightly. So when I say a slight incline, I mean a slight incline. Give your project a quick little sprinkle of soda ash for good measure, and notice I'm only adding it to where the dye area is. And then I'm going to pack on the ice, and I've said it before, if you start by adding the ice to the white area, like when it's on an incline, it doesn't knock the dye into the white area where it's unwanted. And then after the ice had melted, I came back and I checked the back, and I was rather surprised at how very little dye there was on the back. So I'm going to flip it over and repeat the process. So I had forgotten that I did a small wedge on the top side and ended up doing like half of the back of the shirt on this side. And that's the one thing about ice dyeing, you guys. It's like super forgiving because the shirt turns out beautiful even though I didn't perfectly place the dye on the back side. Next, I just cover the project and I set it aside and I let it batch for 48 hours after the ice melts. It's been 48 hours since the ice is melted, and now it's time for the rinse out. Start by using cold water to rinse away any soda ash that might still be reacting within the fabric, and then increase your water up to hot. The reason why you're using the cold water is to get all of the soda ash out, because hot water breaks up the dye that didn't bond with the shirt. And if you have soda ash still reacting in your shirt and then you're loosening the unbonded dye, it's going to dye back onto your white areas. You want to rinse until the shirt pretty much till the water runs completely clear. From here, I take it to the washing machine and I do however many hot water cycles using Kirillon. I take a little plastic cup and in the hot water cycle, I scoop it up. If the water looks clear, I know that I'm ready for my final hot water cycle using Millsoft. And Millsoft brings softness back into the fabric after the dyeing process. And I get both of those things from Dharma, and there are links for them down below in the description box. And then I put it in the dryer and I'll iron it, and we'll come back and we'll see the results. Well, here it is, guys. Here's our powder pink single color ice dye after it's been washed and dried, and I think it turned out beautiful. I was super excited when I pulled this one out of the dryer because of how many color splits it had. You know, a lot of the colors up to this point haven't done a lot of splitting. I'd say Scarlet was the last one that really was quite exciting. This powder pink, it's throwing off many different shades of pink, you know, some mauvey pink, some hot pink, some powder pink, light pink. It's also throwing out some greens, some blues, some lavenders, some amber colors, you know, different shades of like goldish, orangish. It's a fun one. I definitely recommend this for single color ice dyeing. You know, for those of you that are into ice dyeing like I am, this is the type of dye that we are looking for. We want to see those color splits. So overall, I'm really pleased with the way this shirt turned out. And right here is the liquid swatch against the ice dye. That way you're able to see what both methods are capable of. So what do you think of powder pink? Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel, leave a thumbs up and click the bell and set it to all. That way you get notified of future uploads. And remember, have fun tie-dyeing.